Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Z2 map, which will first be released for the King of the Kill test servers, then onto King of the Kill Live, and implemented on PvE at a later time. The team started it off in Pleasant Valley, which is now the center of the map. They advise us that a lot of the foliage is currently covering cement and road surfaces, along with geometry bugs and other possible anomalies. There's now lighting at night, as the premise is that the hydro dam is still mechanically functional and can go without maintenance for several years. Here is the new map layout. As mentioned, Pleasant Valley is in the middle. The new Harris Bluffs are in the northwest corner. Tequita, formerly Ranchito Tequito, is in the northeast corner near the dam, which is nestled in the far northeast corner. And Cranberry is in the middle south region of the map. It has, the map that is, moved from 6K to 10K with 8K playable space. In this Pleasant Valley building, we are getting our first look at Destructible Walls. The walls will have some sort of perforation indicating that it is destructible. This will allow players to more easily hunt down someone they're pursuing, or for someone to make a fast exit from someone that is pursuing them. Pleasant Valley's new design will have buildings that are enterable and others that aren't. The buildings that are enterable have access to roofs. That was something players wanted to ensure was part of the new design. Pleasant Valley now has a train bridge running through parts of it. There's no train currently. Maybe we'll see an engine at some time. This could also serve as a great way to avoid zombie-infested areas of the city, and even a great sniper position. Semi-trucks now dot part of the landscape, along with a variety of new assets that we saw during the stream. Pleasant Valley Suburb is a little more spacious. We see shrubberies, different model cars, new style of fencing. The test server release will have the correct surface if you're concerned about not seeing it here. The team certainly focused on widening the resident spacing and just giving this a more open feel. I do like more space, especially for filming. We'll just have to see how it feels once we're in the game. We're going to be seeing more foliage, trees, bushes, and rocks. You'll notice a lot more boulders too. I'm sure King of the Kill players are going to like the additional cover that a lot of these new assets are going to bring to the game, and it will be just as welcome in PvP when the map is ready for just survive. Mobile trailer parks have received their new overhaul. We're talking about an entirely new look from what we've seen, and we see the spacing theme designed across all the buildings to include the trailers. It does seem a bit exaggerated and deliberate, so I'm wondering if this is something the team would like our feedback on. Here's a river, or the near formation of one. It looks more like a lake, but we'll see what the team does with it to dress it up a bit. We can see a downed helicopter in the background, so it's kind of refreshing to see such a variety of new vehicles. In the distance, we can see snow-capped mountains as Devin approaches our first military base in the stream. There are several bases scattered throughout the map with different design themes, and there is a FEMA-style base that the guys visited as well. This is the new cabin makeover. I like the accents of the shrubbery, fencing, and the additional little details. It gives a little livelier feel than what we had in Z1. Harris Bluff is the newest town that's been added. It has the newest updated road groups, so we'll see trash and other elements as part of the new Z2 introduction. It has the new streetlights, newspaper stands, debris, parking meters, and new car models, to name a few details. The mobile homes have received their new resized makeover. It may be argued that the spacing is not only for player mobility, but for the camera operation and perspective as well. As a content creator, having this space makes operating the camera a lot easier, but at the same time it does kind of affect scale if you're going for that realistic feel. Since power is now part of the game, we'll perhaps see more appliances in homes or buildings with power, but for now we've just seen the TV and various light fixtures. The new map wouldn't be complete without a new Romero's. The Mega Store is just one of the familiar icons we'll be seeing getting a makeover in this new map. Dirty Deeds has a very generous supply of assets. It's going to be kind of interesting walking through a lot of these areas and seeing what additional details the team has added. The map certainly looks a lot plusher and somewhat more realistic with these additional elements. Here is our look at Tequita, what brief part of it we can see with Devin's erratic and uncentered camera movement he's used throughout this entire video. The new farms are pretty cool, especially the silos gleaming in the sunlight. We can also see the new barns, and I really like the hay bales as part of the farm accent. Off into the distance, we can see the Box of Destiny. I'm sure the team will find a new place to park that at some point. As I'm watching this, I'm reminded of something Adam Clegg said early in development when he mentioned that since players haven't really complained about the environment feel as far as how the game is perceived and character scale, then he's achieved his job. I couldn't agree more. Adam put a lot of work into looking at real-world scale and environment elements to give our character a realistic feel in relationship to the environment. And the Z2 map, it looks very modified and appears to disrupt that subtlety. The dam, which has been one of my favorite places to set up my shack workshop, has really been given a scaling makeover. I'm not sure how I feel about it being way up in the northeast corner, unless the team wants us damn resource fans to have to run through Takeda to get our building supplies so that Takeda will be inhabited. We'll have to see how this change feels once it's in Just Survive. I'm not entirely sure why orchards were getting so much attention, but Devin certainly seemed giddy showing us the apples and tree grouping. The new church is making its debut. It's now adorned with the stained glass windows. They aren't destructible just yet, but it is a nice touch that accents the building quite well. And our last stop is in Cranberry. It may be fair to say that the new design really makes the whole game feel new with just recognizable names. Sure, there are a few subtleties that are familiar, but the game is going to feel a lot different. Along with the towns and buildings feeling a lot different, the houses with their new designs and spacious arrangements are certainly going to add a new dimension that will feel very new to players, and it will be interesting to see the reactions from players when the game hits the Just Survive servers, where a sense of livelihood is more pronounced than the rolling gun battles of King of the Kill. If you'd like more details and access to the new map, stop by the H1Z1 DB website, a comprehensive database of game-related resources, news, and useful tools that will help increase your game knowledge, along with preparing you for what you may face in the post-apocalyptic game world. You can find all the pertinent information outlined in this video in the published section below. And that wraps up this first look at the Z2 map. Thanks to all my subscribers for your likes, comments, and social media shares. It's greatly appreciated. If this is your first visit or you're a frequent visitor, consider subscribing so you'll have all the latest news out of Daybreak and information on H1Z1.